Hello everyone, it's Andrew from Carlton Litigation Consultants, private investigative agency in Tampa, Florida. I'm here with Devo the Doberman. I want to talk to you about TAR reports. I sent out an email earlier about TAR reports. They're very important. You're just like, what is a TAR report? I got a lot of responses. What are you talking about? So I want to explain it in a little more detail, and I hope you can understand through this video. A TAR report is a transaction archive report that is provided through the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. What that does for you, it allows you to pinpoint if a subject was involved in an investigation or any type of call that a law enforcement agency was involved in. For example, I'm a deputy, I respond to a domestic violence scene, and I have my suspect, my witness, and my victim, and two witnesses. Typically, what a law enforcement officer will do is they will run all parties present for wants and warrants. Once they do that, that information is stored in a transaction archive report through FDLE. So our goal is to find out if a person is was involved in any other types of incidents, not only through the state of Florida, but also through the United States. It is ran through FCIC, NCIC, so you can obtain the information nationwide. You can also find out if a vehicle was involved. So if we have a Florida tag and we run the vehicle, if we have a VIN number, we can run that vehicle and we can ascertain if that vehicle was ever ran. If a cop is sitting at a traffic light and he runs the tag, we can find out the officer ran that tag on December 13th, 2006. We'll also find out if that vehicle traveled through the toll lanes in Miami and April 2nd of 2003, okay? Typically, we can get this information pretty easily, but it does take 30 to 45 days for the FDLE to provide that information to us. In a roundabout way, how this is going to help you out, let's say you're working a sexual battery case and your defendant is accused of a serious crime. The victim or witnesses or the complainant may have past incidents where they have accused people of these crimes, and that's pretty important, and you're not going to find that information through a public records check on the clerk of court. Typically that's not going to be something that's readily available to you. So a TAR report will let you find those reports if that person was involved in another incident where they were just listed on a police report, if the officer ran that individual for wants and warrants. Traditionally, it's very common. An officer arrives to a scene, they're going to run somebody for wants and warrants. It's a typical, normal thing that they do. So you want to find out if that person is involved in another incident. Again, it's nationwide, and it'll allow you to piece together very intricate details about a person's past. Okay, so for example, once we get the TAR report, it'll tell us what agency ran that subject or the vehicle, what officer ran it, what computer initiated the request, what time, what date, all of that. Once we do that, we contact the agency. We do a public records request for any reports that John Smith has been involved in, whether they're a victim, a witness, a complainant, you name it, we want it. And they provide that to us. We get the reports, and then we can compare that with the case that we're working. It's great information. I use it a lot. Again, it takes FDLE 45 days to get that information back to us, so I do recommend that you make those requests as soon as possible. It's very inexpensive for a case. Carlton Litigation Consultants, we charge $50 to request this information. Okay, it's well worth it. So contact us, carltonlitigation.com, and call us 866-639-0581, and we will help you with that process, okay? And Devo says, you better call my daddy.